Let me bless your timeline for a second, because this moment absolutely deserves it. I need you to pause, take a breath, and just prepare yourself, because what I witnessed deserves full appreciation. I saw her just minutes ago, and I ran straight here to talk to you, because wow, she looks incredible. No exaggeration, no hype for hype's sake. Meghan looks stunning, radiant, effortless. The kind of glow that doesn't come from filters or lighting tricks, but from confidence, peace and purpose. And yes, of course, standing right beside her, our Duke of Sussex himself, Prince Harry. Calm, supportive, present. But let's be honest, Meghan is firmly in the spotlight right now, and for very good reason. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, let me catch you up properly. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are currently at the Sundance Film Festival, where they've stepped out to promote and attend the screening of their documentary Cookie Queens. And no, this is not a casual appearance. They are executive producers on this project through their production company, Artful Productions, and the pride they have in this film is written all over their faces. This project is especially close to Meghan's heart, and that matters. She isn't just lending her name or showing up for optics. Meghan was a Girl Scout herself. Her mother was a troop leader. This isn't borrowed nostalgia, it's lived experience. And when you understand that context, everything about her presence at Sundance suddenly makes perfect sense. This film is about girlhood, growth, confidence, leadership, and the quiet power of young women learning who they are. That's not branding. That's alignment. Watching Meghan on the red carpet was honestly refreshing. She wasn't rushed, she wasn't guarded, she wasn't hiding behind handlers or avoiding questions. She was engaged, warm, articulate, and genuinely excited to talk about the film. She answered reporters thoughtfully, redirected attention to the creators when needed, and made sure the spotlight stayed where it belonged, on the story, the girls, and the team behind the project. And just when you think that's enough, just when you think it ends at red carpet photos and polite interviews, it doesn't. Meghan took the stage, and the response? A warm welcome, loud applause, cheers, a standing ovation. The kind of reception that can't be manufactured, no matter how much certain corners of the internet would like to pretend otherwise. There's an interview moment that really stood out to me, where Meghan was asked about her daughter and whether she might consider Girl Scouts in the future. And what I loved wasn't just the answer, it was how she answered. Thoughtfully, carefully, without centering herself. She spoke about parenting, about shared experiences with other mothers involved in the project, and about creating something meaningful that children can watch, enjoy, and learn from. That's intentional storytelling. That's someone who understands impact. The filmmaker explained that the project actually began with her own children asking her to make something they could share with their friends. From there, Girl Scout cookies became a lens not just about cookies, but about girlhood, coming of age, resilience, friendship, and belief in oneself. And that's when you realize why this film matters beyond its cute surface. It's relatable for kids and adults alike, because it reflects something universal. Learning who you are while navigating expectations. When Meghan spoke about her own experience as a Girl Scout, about her mother being a troop leader, about the values of friendship, dedication, perseverance, and self-belief, you could hear the room lean in. These weren't buzzwords, these were lived values, and that's why her words landed, because authenticity always does. Then came the moment, the introduction, a special guest invited to the stage. And when Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, walked out, the reaction said everything. Applause, cheers, genuine warmth. And when she spoke, she didn't need cue cards. She didn't need notes. She didn't need rehearsed theatrics. She spoke clearly, confidently, and directly from the heart. She thanked the audience for showing up early. She acknowledged the effort. She joked lightly. She expressed pride, not just pride in the film being adorable, but pride in what it represents. She described Cookie Queens as both nostalgic and modern, rooted in tradition but reframed through a contemporary lens that reflects the real complexities of girlhood today. She spoke about these girls not just as cute or charming, but as layered, thoughtful, complex individuals who are growing into strong young women and future leaders. And that distinction matters. It's the difference between patronizing and empowering. She thanked the production team. She credited the families who allowed cameras into their lives. She highlighted the trust involved in telling this story. And she made it clear that this was a labor of love, years in the making, shaped by care, respect, and intention. Then, just as gracefully, she passed the spotlight to the director, exactly where it belonged. Now let's talk about the aftermath, because this is where it gets interesting. The internet, unsurprisingly, is in a frenzy. Over how good she looks, over how articulate she is, over how effortlessly she commands a room. And yes, you already know what comes next. There's always a group waiting to dismiss it as word salad, as if confidence threatens them personally. But here's the thing, we all watched it. We heard it. And pretending not to understand clarity doesn't make it disappear. Meghan doesn't stumble through speeches. She doesn't rely on gimmicks. She doesn't perform confusion. She communicates. And that alone seems to unsettle people who are more comfortable with incoherence. What stood out to me most wasn't just the speech, though. It was the body language, the warmth, the way Harry stood beside her, not overshadowing, not fading into the background, just fully present and supportive. Their interaction with people on the carpet was natural, unforced, genuine. They weren't rushing through obligatory hugs or performing connection. They were connecting. You can tell when something is performative and when it isn't. And with Harry and Meghan, it never feels like a checklist. They don't recoil from people. They don't treat public engagement like a burden. They show up because they want to be there. And that difference is visible. This project clearly means a lot to Meghan, and it shows. She wasn't joking when she spoke about it. This wasn't casual, this was personal. And seeing her thrive in that space, respected, welcomed, celebrated, honestly felt validating, not just for her, but for everyone who has watched her be underestimated time and time again. We are starting 2026 with momentum. And I truly believe this year holds so much more for her. The backlash hasn't slowed her down. If anything, it's clarified her path. She's living her life, doing meaningful work, and yes, making money while doing it. That combination seems to upset people more than anything else. She has her partner by her side, a man who supports her, shows up, and doesn't compete with her shine. That alone tells you everything you need to know about their dynamic. And the director of the film spoke warmly about Meghan as well, about her support, her encouragement, her presence. Uplifting women, empowering others. That's consistent. That's not a PR angle. That's who she is. And let's talk about the glow, because the comments are not wrong. People are asking about skincare routines. People are begging for a skincare line. And honestly, if she ever decides to do it, it will sell out instantly. No question. The demand is there. The trust is there. The influence is undeniable. Watching Harry and Meghan step out together like this, united, aligned, supportive, was genuinely heartwarming. This film feels like a feel-good project in the best sense. Uplifting, meaningful, rooted in values. And as someone who grew up with similar experiences, I'm genuinely looking forward to watching it. So there you have it. A moment worth celebrating, a project worth supporting, and a reminder that despite the noise, despite the criticism, despite the endless commentary, authenticity still resonates. Meghan Markle continues to move forward, grounded, confident and unbothered, and honestly, I'm here for it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing from you. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.